now. Well, time will take care of that. He might be tall now, but time will bend him over. Amen. You start out crawling on all fours. You grow up, you stand up on all two. The time will bend you over, put you on the cane. Now you're back walking on three. If you love him because he's tall, what's going to happen to your love when that rascal gets all bent over? Talk to me, somebody. Amen. Well, I said, I love her because she got skin as smooth as a Georgia peach. What you going to do when fall time draws railroad tracks across that face? Time will turn figure eights into figure O's. Come on, talk to me, somebody. I need a love that's going to keep on going. That last time. I need a love that's going to keep on going when the figure eights become figure O's. And when a tall dog head turns over, I need a love that'll keep on going. So therefore, I cannot focus on that which is, superficial. Yeah. And fourth, don't forfeit what's special. Talk to me somehow. Don't forfeit what is special. In chapter 2, they shared intimately and innocently, without fear and without frustration. But in chapter 3, we find them covering up. Yeah, they lost that which was special. Sister B was on it. You got to keep the special things. Then right quick now, within about 5 seconds, just turn to your spouse right now and tell them one of them special things that you remember from the first. Come on, right now, talk to each other. If your spouse doesn't say nothing to you, I want you to hold up your hand. Come on, tell them something else that's special about you. Tell them what attracted to you in the first place. Tell them right now what attracted you. Say, can we have more of that? That's what was special in our lives, and we need something that was special, you see. I mean, just paying bills and going through the motion, going to ShopRite and getting groceries and paying the utility bill at Central Hudson, all that stuff gets old. You got to have something else going to fire it up. I mean, how are we going to get the thrill back? How are we going to get some excitement back in our marriage? Ask your neighbor, said, ask your spouse, baby, am I boring to you? Am I boring to you? Baby, am I boring to you? Baby, are you bored with me? Baby, I don't want you to have to look anywhere and try to get something that you ought to be getting from me. You ain't got to get affirmation from nobody. Amen. Amen. Turn to your spouse right and say, you sure enough something, something, something. You sure enough something, something, something. Amen. Tell your spouse that you're the gravy in my grits. Tell your spouse you're the hot sauce on my fried chicken. Come on now. Tell your spouse you're the fat back in my collars. Come on, talk to me somebody. You what makes life special. Yeah, you cause excitement. Amen. Amen. My God, my God. Sometimes Sister B will leave the house going to the store, and I'm still there, and she'll be in the car on the way. My God, I'll call up in about 5 minutes. She said, what you want? I said, 5 minutes? I've been missing you for 5 minutes. And that lays the groundwork for stuff happening later on. Keep your mind in church now. Keep your mind in church. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. It works. It works. It works. It'll keep it in holy wedlock. You won't go to unholy deadlock. It'll keep it in better, and it'll never go to worse. I got one more, and I'm gone, y'all. Yeah, yeah. The fifth and final thing, I want you to don't find fault with your spouse. Chapter 3, verses 8 through 13. Verse 12 says, when God confronted Adam about eating of the fruit, Adam pointed the finger at the woman. He said, the woman that you gave me made me do it. All of us are pretty good at playing the blame game. Amen. You ought to turn to your spouse right now and say, there's some times I have blamed you wrongly. Now, y'all can say that. Y'all ain't been married for 2 weeks now. Y'all ain't supposed to be there yet. Y'all ain't supposed to be there yet. 2 weeks. Y'all already there? Y'all already there? Well, no, y'all ain't supposed to be there yet. Yeah, 2 weeks. They ain't supposed to. They still on the honeymoon. They ain't supposed to be there yet in 2 weeks. Blame, 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 blame. And God blamed Adam. Adam blamed Eve. God, brothers, did not give you your wife to blame, but he gave you her to bless. I'm through when I tell you this. Really, the secret of relationships is very, very selfish. We are attracted to people not so much as to really how we feel about them, but it's how they make us feel about ourselves. Turn to your spouse right now and say, how do I make you feel about you? Come on, come on. Talk to them. Say, how do I make you feel about you? All right, one more time. Right now, in the quietness, just you and your spouse. Don't talk loud so folk can't hear you. Tell your spouse right now what you need to hear from them on an ongoing basis. Come on. Whisper over in the ear now. Whisper in the ear. What I need to hear from you. This is what I need to hear from you. Do you know what the expectations are? Sometimes we talk about unmet expectations. Well, he just ought to know without me telling him. No, tell him. She ought to know without me telling. No, tell him. And sometimes expectations are unmet because we don't communicate. We don't communicate our expectations. And sometimes there are some eggshell topics that we're not comfortable talking about. But you got to find a way. You got to find a way to talk with each other. And brothers, you gotta make an effort to talk to your wives. Now, psychologists say that the average man uses about 15,000 words a day, and the average woman uses about 30,000 words a day. So when you come home, the man he done already used up all his words, and the woman is just shifting into high gear. Women just talk. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. They talk. They just have this need to talk. Sister B told me one time, you do all your talking in the pulpit. You do all your talking in the pulpit. So let me tell you what I did. We laid across the bed. I took the remote control and turned the TV off and just looked at her and said, all right, I'm listening. I want to talk. Go on, turn the TV back on. You don't mean it no how. What a man gonna do? What a man gonna do? Darn if you do, darn if you don't. How a man gonna win? But we have to when we understand that God has given us each other as helpers. We don't take lightly what the other one says.